getting our brand down to the street is by communicating internally. It's by not holding things back, and you don't need to know that, and only people at this level need to know, and only managers, only directors, all this kind of corporate mumbo jumbo crap that's very 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, right?
That's still today.
It still happens. I still deal with it all the time. Like I say, we write these grandiose plans. We figure out who the audience is. We know who they are. We have the language, and then you go in the back door, and the first guy you run into goes, no, I don't know. Forget you, buddy. And so all this marketing work that we do falls apart if the people who are pouring the beer, or the people that are the tellers at the window, or the drive-through, or the person who answers the emails or the phone calls doesn't buy in, and they can't buy in if we as leaders don't communicate to them. So that's the answer to your question is communication, and not holding anything back. And I also believe that it includes financially too. When a company's doing well, the C-suite should be telling the people at every level how well they're doing or how well they're not doing. That's a very old style of like, well, we're not going to tell everyone we had a down quarter. You should tell everyone you have a down quarter because they're invested, because they're not just a number employee, they work for you. If you communicate with them, then they become invested in the process, and then they become to represent your brand, and a human being that represents a brand is 1 billion times more powerful than a Super Bowl ad. So at the end of the day, human connection, communication, and authenticity of who it is that you are, who your audience is, and how you should be doing business together because they like and connect with how you do it, or let them go somewhere that does it different, that connects with them better. That's how we become successful in a big picture sort of kind of way. Self-branding is the concept, but it gets hard because it's like talking about yourself in third person, right? But it's what you would do for a client.
And I can do that all day long.
Okay.
But to brand myself, it's just really hard. So I'm just curious what other people do in the way they do.
I'm going to give you 2 tips. One is think of yourself as a client and pull yourself out of it, and actually speak. She says, or speak, or find someone else who's a self-brand and swap those conversations. Yeah. Collaborate with someone else who's another marketer, someone else who can remove themselves that you can have an honest conversation with. Here's what I'm all about, here's what I'm trying to do, here's who my audience is, I just don't know how to say it, and it feels weird for me saying it, and let a third party do that work for you, and then hopefully maybe in exchange you can provide some service to them and it becomes a win-win. Right.
Let me add one thing, and I know this is an electronic world, all right? When is the last time you received a handwritten thank you note?
Ooh.
I do that.
I get them all the
Keep
time.
doing them. They're the best thing ever,
I
right?
get them a lot.
Yes.
I have a whole cork board in there full of them.
I do too. I put every one of them up.
It's a reminder. End of the year, we go, hey, look what we did this year.
Just as of September, and just the fact that someone is personally reaching out to him, writing a handwritten note.
Right.
I'm like, thank you for letting me come into your home this week, or just
Anything.
hey, you're doing this on your
You
own.
are, right now the digital world is expanding footprint. When you as a realtor, you've got that personal relationship. You get to meet someone face to face. That is so much greater than everyone else in this electronic world. It is powerful.
The digital tools are tools. Don't use them as a crutch. It's the personal communication that gets you over. The digital tools open the door and begin a conversation. Human beings make connections, build business relationships, and do business together. So we can't rely all on the digital tools, and we can't rely on old way of doing things. It has to be a mix of all that stuff.
You have that ultra benefit right there. Take advantage of it.
Lori, what do you want to wrap up on?
I want to say, everyone, drop your fear boundaries.
Good.
Stop worrying about what makes you different from everyone else.
Yes.
Look at your commonalities. Look at those and bust them and group together and form different type of unions with everyone. Because, like Kyle and I, we met on Twitter like 7 years ago.
Right.
Okay, years ago, whenever people thought, oh, on Twitter, oh my goodness, how can anyone even have any type of real relationship? You know what? I mean, I respect him. He's an awesome guy, and I appreciate the fact that he invited me to speak tonight. And you know, you never know where that next bridge is going to lead you.
True.
You never know.
Everyone, round of applause. Lori Ford, Ben Childers, Anthem, Wedge Pizza, Wolf Barbecue, Oklahoma Employees Credit Union. Thank you guys for coming. We will do this again in 90 days. Website, social media, have fun with it. I will stay here and answer every question until we're done, or 9 o'clock.
Okay, and be sure to book Wolf's Barbecue Food Truck.
There you go.
Over there. Wolf's Barbecue Food Truck. Sandra, Sandra.
Wave, ladies. There you go. There you go. Thank you guys for coming. Appreciate you.